ladies, and welcome back. Today's podcast is Starting Small and Moving Smart. Real talk about budget, timing, mistakes, and land investing. I am your host, Elizabeth, and today I'll be answering three of the most common questions that we've been getting since we started the podcast. So I'll answer them here. We do go into depth in a lot of these questions in our podcast. So make sure you go listen to the other podcasts. All these questions we get from women just like you, women who are strong, who are curious, who are bold, who are ready to elevate their life and are ready to build generational wealth and freedom for themselves and their family. Are you ready, ladies? I'm so excited to be here today with you. Are you ready, ladies? Question number one is has always been, can I invest with a small budget? So we've gotten a couple of questions if they can invest with small budgets. And ladies, I did a whole podcast, maybe one prior to this, regarding doing private lending. Go listen to that if you are interested. But the answer is yes. You can start with a small budget, $1,000 to $5,000. I give my kids $1,000 in the summer and say, let's go buy land. I hope I do all the due diligence. I've taught them. They do it. I think you could do it too. My 11-year-old could do it. Ladies, you could do it. Especially if you're flipping info lots and rural parcel lots. Again, it's very important. Let me give you a quick tip when you're doing with a very small budget that you focus on low cost counties. So we go over this on our consultation 101 and the apprenticeship that we created for you ladies. We go over how to search for land, the areas. And again, it all depends on your budget and what you're looking for. We oversee this in our again in their on our consulting apprenticeship. So make sure you DM us if you're interested to learn more. We're happy to have hand hold every single one of you ladies through that apprenticeship in the consultation. So it's important to go look for these slots. I'll give you an example. Two women splitting the 5,000 is more powerful than you putting all the money. So I'll let you know, ladies, if you have other friends that have 1,000 and you have 1,000, get together. Say, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. This is a group that I'm following, these ladies, and I want to start investing in land. And we're going to turn around and sell it and make a profit. Once you get friends to help you go in it, it might be less riskier and less, I would say, fearful for you. I think that's the word. Some of us have fear at first when we don't know what we're doing. And so you have a lot of questions that you have in your mind and you're scared. So it's great to partner up with other ladies that one have done it or two that have the money and you could go in it together and just split the difference. The other tip I will tell you also, ladies, is to use a seller finance. Get creative. Like you don't have to put all the money out at first. Let's assume it costs 5,000 to buy this little piece of property outside a big city. It's costing you 5,000. Well, talk to the sellers. A lot of times the sellers are super sweet and they don't even live in the same state or in the same area, and they're willing to do seller finance. They're like, yes, I'll do the seller finance. You two agree on the terms, and that's a great way for you not to put all your money or all your savings up front for those ladies that have lower budgets or don't want to put all your money out. I think that's an excellent tip for you ladies. Get super creative when it comes to finances on the terms, how you want to do it. Maybe they'll say, okay, seller finance, you don't have to pay me until it sells. That's beautiful. Don't wait to have more. Start now. Learn and grow, ladies. Learn and grow. Mindset tip. I'm all about the mindset, right? We're all about mindset here because we believe 90% of our actions are ruled by our mindset. So here it is. It's not about how much you start with. Did you hear that, ladies? It's not about how much you start with. It's how consistently and creatively you move. Being consistent and being creative and continue being creative and taking action, I think it's the most important. So, ladies, make sure you take action. It's very important for you to take action. Don't wait for you to have enough money. Don't wait. Again, a lot of times if you speak to the sellers and you negotiate, look, you get paid whenever I sell it, they're okay with that. So you probably don't have to put all the money up front. Get very creative. Talk to other investors that are doing this. You'd be surprised on the creativity that they've got now to purchase not little land, but like buildings and huge commercial real estates and development. So always talk to people that are doing bigger and better. And that's how we learn, by association. The next question, ladies, that we always get, common question that we get, how long does a deal typically take? A land deal in our case. Okay, so for us now in 2025, I will say it could take anywhere from 3 months to a year. That's usually what I've been seeing in the last 2, 3 years. Now, other thing you could do is wholesale. So if you need your money pretty quick, you can negotiate with the seller and do a wholesale, which is okay if you're not aware of wholesaling. Wholesaling is basically when you and the seller agree to sell it to purchase at a certain price, and the seller's okay with you selling it forward. And a lot of times you just have to find, or sometimes they don't have to agree. You just tell them, I need 90 days to close on this. And meanwhile, those 90 days or 30 days or 60 days, it takes you to find a buyer. So it's very important, ladies, for you to start building those relationships, having a buyer's list, and knowing what areas or the amount of money these buyers have. It's very crucial. Build those relationships. You're going to hear it over and over in everything I say and do, because it's very important to know what your buyers are looking for so you can start buying what they need and you deliver what they need. Seller finance notes might take a little longer. Seller finance notes is, I love it because you get a passive income. I call it a passive drip, monthly drip, because you're getting that income monthly. I think for those ladies that are not in a hurry, you could get that monthly income and just sit on it. So you get that monthly income, ladies, and you just wait until they pay it off with interest, of course. So it's a win-win. It's definitely a win-win for you or your private lender, whoever you go with. But if you do it yourself and you can purchase a property and then you do the seller financing with interest, huge. I absolutely love it. That's one of my favorites. We tend to do a couple here and there just to have that monthly drip. Again, for those ladies that are doing land investing with us, when they default, because that's another question. What happens if they don't pay? They haven't paid this month. If they do not pay, ladies, this is the beauty about land. They didn't break anything. They didn't tear down the walls. The roof is not leaking. You don't have to change the ceiling. You don't have to change the paint. It's dirt. So basically what the most of the time what happens is that these people really want to build on this land. So they'll go and clear it. They clear the bushes. If there's a lot of trees, they'll clear out the trees, leave a few trees here and there. They'll put gravel or cement driveways, put a fence around, maybe put a well or septic, depending on where you are, install electricity. They do so much to enhance your land. And if they default, your land just appreciated with all the other things that they added, and they can't take with them. They cannot take the concrete with them. They cannot take away that they took all these trees and bushes and cleared out the lot for you. So this is a win-win for you. And of course, you get to resell it. And if times are like they are at the moment, your land value probably went up. Yes, and the interest rates probably went up. So you get to boost it up again. So you get to keep all that plus more. So make sure you have a couple of those under your belt. Again, this is for ladies that have been doing it for a long time. But the most important, flip a few I think that it's a beautiful thing you could do. It's another business you could go into. There's so much you could do with land, which I absolutely love. And I recommend every single mom out here to start doing that. It's important. The quick tip for ladies that are doing seller finance, have your systems in place. Have your systems in place. Ladies, it's very important for you to do your title due diligence, have your buyers list, like I said, have friends, people that you meet that know what you're doing so they could do referrals. We go into all that. There's so much in depth into all this. So I'll give you one example of a lady. This beautiful lady bought a $3,000 lot on West Texas. Sorry about that. West Texas. She bought it for 3,000 and she sold it within 11 weeks and made 9K. Hello? Hello, is anyone there listening? Yes, she bought it for 3K and made 9K in 11 weeks. Anyone could do this. My kids do this in the summer when they're away from school. They start making offers. Again, anyone can do it. Make sure you involve your kids. I think it's a beautiful thing to do with the family. I love it. Go out and see the land. Spend the weekend away from the city. Go look at the stars, etc. It's very beautiful to get involved. And if you have little ones, get them involved. Let them hear you do the negotiation, the calling, the talking to sellers, talking to the neighbors, just learning what's around in the little area where you're purchasing, getting to know people, letting them know that you buy land for cash. They will do referrals as well. I've had that happen where I go out and again, I'll explain all that later. Number three, I could go on talking for hours. Number three, the worst deal you ever did and what did you learn from it? Okay, so that's a great question. Again, my sister and I talked, I think we did a whole podcast on deals that went south. We called them our learning experiences. I'll tell you my story. We purchased a lot that looked on the map like 3 acres. And on the map, on the county map, it looked like it had road frontage. And the seller was not from Texas. And so we were like, let's just purchase it. Let's move quick. Let's not wait for the survey. The surveyors at the time were taking 3 months to survey it. We didn't have the time. He was literally giving it to us. It was very, I mean, very, very cheap for us. So we went ahead, we purchased it. And when we were getting ready to survey it, to sell it, to split it, because we really thought it was 3 acres, it was 1 acre and it was landlocked. To this day, I own it. If anybody wants a landlocked 1 acre, call me. Yes. So, lesson learned. Ladies, with us, you can learn so much. We'll tell you the good and the bad. Do your diligence. Due diligence is important. We learned so much. It costs us money, but at the same time, I think the only way to learn is by doing. So that's helped us with bigger lots because we moved into bigger purchases like 100 acres, 90 acres. So you're always learning. Learning, always, always, always check access road. Maybe sending a surveyor out there, calling the people around, access, the zoning, topography. There's so much that you have to do your due diligence, but it's very important for you to do it before you purchase a property. Once you purchase it, it's yours. Don't skip the due diligence. Again, we go over this in our class. Never assume just because it's cheap, it's a great deal. Okay. I think we've gotten some great deals that are very, very cheap, but there's the majority are like something's up with these. So those are little red flags. So ladies, you know, I love mindset. I'm all about mindset and trying to shift the way I see things and the way I talk about deals to myself and to my family. I started reframing and I started saying to myself, and I'm sharing it here with you ladies, this deal did not break me. It made me stronger. It made me smarter and wiser. Yes, you learn through doing it. And now I consider myself more successful. So the takeaways is always, always to do your due diligence, ladies. Never stop asking. Surround yourself with other land investors or other people that are doing what you're doing and learn from them. Let them know what you're doing. Don't wait for perfection. I know a lot of us, including myself, sometimes I want to wait. till I have my podcast room. Well, no, I'm in my office. This is my office. Sometimes the lighting's not good. Sometimes it's dark. I think maybe right now it may be dark, but don't wait for the perfect moment or a big budget. Start where you are, learn from us or from other ladies, and grow with us. The only way to learn and grow is by sharing our mistakes and our wins, and that's how we learn and we grow together. If you're ready to take the next step, ladies, make sure you join our community, Sister Land Investors. DM us to learn how to find nice land for and then reselling it, or just keeping land and farming it or ranching it or leasing it. I love all that. And investing apprenticeship is the word to DM us if you're interested. Any questions you have, we'll be answering it in the podcast, hopefully in a couple of months. Ladies, it's been a pleasure. I love you. And thank you for asking those amazing questions. Again, we'll be answering the ones here in the podcast, the most common ones. If you send us a personal one, I'm happy to respond to that. You're not just investing in land, ladies. You're investing in yourself and in your family and generational wealth to come. Always keep that in mind. I love you. Have a blessed day and week, and we'll see you at the next podcast. Bye.